Hello, and welcome to the last session of Firefight. We were just talking about Cyberpunk, so there we go. Fallout 2D20 from Modiphius. This is their most recent iteration of the Fallout RPG. And my name is Lowell, pronouns he, him, and we are at Vault 33 today. And we left off sort of in the middle of some cliffhangers and things, and I spent all of my GM action points to cause problems, and that's sort of where we left off. But I'll come back to the reframing on that in a moment. We're going to be checking in with our characters about their buy-ups and level ups. Let's start with Cole. Cole, what are you thinking? Are you for new talent, and what did you raise?
All right, Cole. Anticipating a basketball game, I put a point in throwing for shooting, and I raised my agility all the way to 10.
Ooh, you are super agile now. And so was that the intense training thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. And then let's come to Vicky. Vicky, what are you taking here for your level up?
I have raised a point of speech, just in case we need to talk our way out of anything. Okay. And for a perk, I think I'm going to take awareness. When I take the aim minor action at a target within close range, I can spot their weaknesses and can attack more efficiently. And I gain a piercing damage then.
Nice. And then what about for Derek Longman?
Derek pumped his guns up, his small guns up for one, since we're in a hostile vault.
Mm-hmm.
For his new perk, he got skilled, which lets him add 2 more skill points. So he bumped up his science and his lockpick, because again, I think that may come in handy while I'm running around here trying to take care of we're trying to steal a part out of their machinery.
Absolutely.
So come in handy. And also, since I'm level 3 now, that means dog meat gets a level up. Dog meat gets a bonus point to his body.
Nice.
So, which bumps his attacks and his hit points up.
Excellent. And then last but not least, Hype.
Hype's level up. I can't even remember what special I raised, but I think I did it last time because my note to myself was pick a perk. So obviously I smartly did that, and I think I added throwing because my throwing's a 5 and my athletics is a 5. I should be good at the basketball.
I would think so.
The perk I have chosen is pretty cool. Adrenaline rush. When your health is below its maximum value, you count your strength score as a 10 for all purposes when attempting strength-based skill test or melee attack.
What?
So, cut me, man.
I saw that when I looked at it.
Wow. Oh, that
pretty
is
dope.
Jeez, that's the kind of perk that the min-maxer would build their characters around.
And I'm late stage min-maxing. Thank you.
In Monster Hunter, you'd put poison on yourself just to keep your health below the maximum, so you get all the bonuses.
The barbarian hits himself to keep the rage going. Yeah.
It's very color in. Yeah, there we go.
So
the only problem with that perk is your strength has to be 7 to begin with. So it's not that much, but
my strength is exactly 7. So
that's great.
I'm just saying it's not like you can set your strength to 2 and then depend on that all the time.
Yeah, true. I just got excited when I was like, I meet the minimum. Yes.
So where we left off last time and how I want to frame this up, we have Derek and Fizz down in the production labs right now, watching, observing what's going on and kind of looking at the planning of things and the depowering and that, when this whole noise announcements comes over the loudspeakers. And we had Hype and Cole caught. So we're going to do this kind of TV cut hard framing where we go, well, how did they get from there to there kind of thing? And so we've still got a Derek and Fizz kind of, waiting, looking at what's going on there. But we're going to have Hype and Cole essentially with the other prisoners, with the idea that they're about to go through a gauntlet leading to a big challenge. So that's probably going to be a couple of scenes. Like I want to give individual challenges to Hype and Cole in the process of this gauntlet, this Squid Game moment to get to the big challenge. But also give Derek and Fizz a chance to do like set up, get the module, go and do other things to get ready before they decide whether they want to join in with the big scene there, or they want to do something to manipulate or affect that in some way. So that's kind of my goal on the meta today. I wanted to talk with you about that. So just in terms of if I say, okay, we're going to kind of block the scene this way. Does that seem cool with everybody? Okay, I just want to make sure on that. So take a drink. The other thing I wanted to mention, there's something else. Oh, so that starts out with sort of the sound of the announcement, this coach, the figure with the power armor there, backed by his inquisitorial lieutenant, that we kind of get a tight focus in. We get there on the squawk box throughout the vault, telling how they have captured intruders. And I think we definitely see sort of Death Star style hiding Derek and Fizz as we see the boots of various Vault 44 guards who are kind of now on high alert, jogging along, because they always jog. No one walks here because you got to get your cardio in. And they are looking around. And we come to the pen where Hype and Cole and a number of these other captured people, but also your sister Hype is there with you, and her partner, and you are kind of all gathered together. I imagine that Coach and the others are like above, kind of, you're in one of the sort of drop down gymnasiums, and they are certainly laughing at the poor, pitiful baseball playing Vault 44 fools. Your big equipment, we're going to assume for the moment, fictionally, has been taken, but I'm going to assume that each of you has been able to conceal at least one or two small objects, and that could be a baseball grenade, that could be a small pistol. I'll let you pick that fictionally as we go along here. But Coach is standing there, and you hate that, because they are all calling him Coach, but he's not Coach. He's just this horrible basketball playing fool. I mean, he has a silver whistle around his neck that is the emblem of office. And I imagine that just makes you enraged, Hype. There is a minute while there's kind of some talking going on that your sister is like, what are you doing here? Why can't I hear you?
It'll be fine.
Oh, okay. But why? What, I mean, you dragged Cole with you?
Okay, so something's gone wrong back home, and we've got to fix it with something from here.
you see her, there's a moment where she thinks, oh, so you didn't come for me, but she goes, okay.
I
But-
didn't know you were here when we left on this quest. And now we get to play together. I mean, it's basketball, but still.
She shivers. Okay. And you'll hear the sort of bellow of Coach again, and Coach says, well, it's excellent that you healthy athletic competitors have been brought here onto the field of gamesmanship. We look forward to testing your athletic mettle, and we will find you wanting, won't we? And there's laughter from amongst the various Vault 33 people who are there. And I think that's the moment that you see one of the Vault 33 people throw somebody off of the high ledge down into the pens with you, and you'll hear kind of a crack as a Rat Franklin lands down there with you, and he looks like he's taken some blows to the face, and he says, "We caught your ghoul friend." Laughter. Oh, it's a bad pun, but they love it. Out there, and he told us that you two had made your way in. He revealed to us. So he will be given his chance to survive in the gauntlet to come. And Franklin will kind of pull himself up to his feet there. And he's like, I'm sorry, I had to tell them.
That's fine.
Okay. You're gonna keep me from getting killed?
You're going to keep yourself from getting killed because we're going to win.
He looks at you and then he turns to Cole. You're gonna keep me from getting killed?
It's not at the top of my priority list.
Okay, fair enough. And the coach will turn back to the two of you and will say, first of all, the doors are going to be opened now for you and for everyone else who is there with you. And we have some surprises. If you can make it to the other end, you will have passed the first leg of the Olympian qualifier. And you will see that at the end of the sort of pen that you're in, these double doors open up, and you just see this darkness inside. And then this light, this single, like very dim red bulb light, lights up at the far end of what was clearly a hallway. It provides almost no illumination. You have no idea what this gauntlet consists of. And there are the other people who've been caught kind of standing behind you, and you'll hear the cocking of guns. What do you do, Hype? Once again, I'm not sure why I can't hear you. Okay, there we go.
Weird. Okay, so I'm not cutting in right away. Is that
Yeah,
what's
it's doing
happening
that
when I
little bit of
unmute?
delay. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll try to be mindful of that. Sorry. So it's clear they expect us to go down this gauntlet. We've heard the clicking of guns. Hype's the kind of guy that's gonna ask to make sure. Do you want us to head down that gauntlet?
Yes, if you can.
I'll call everybody together. We'll huddle up and, do a little bit of a pep talk. We can do this. Let's stick together. Think of the team. There's no I in team. And there's actually a mechanic in the game I thought maybe we try out.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's called Rally.
Okay.
I think you can, if you do something like this, you can get some action points. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I think it's like a difficulty 0
Yeah,
speech test to
right.
to get people hyped. No pun
Maybe
intended.
charisma plus speech? Does
Yeah.
that sound okay?
Let's have you roll.
All right, so it's 7 plus 5, 12. We don't have any action points right now, do we?
Let me take a look at the
Yeah.
I don't think
You know what?
so.
I'll give you one. So I'll get a
Okay.
third die, see if we can get something good here.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the 3 purpley dice. Let's see, 2, 3, because it is a tag skill for me.
Okay.
So we create 3 action points out of that.
Yeah. So they're listening along. Hype, like Cole has finally gotten it.
Nice.
Like and all the other people who are there are waiting. Your sister is kind of pumped up. Hype, how do you? I mean, do you just charge in? Are you planning something like? What's your approach to going to this gauntlet to start here?
Throws up his hands. Dragon! And he's just going to charge straight ahead. Just lean away. This is crazy.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So let's have you make an athletics check. We'll get the first part of this and we'll cut to Derek and Fizz.
All right. Let me bring up. Oh, you could hear me like right away when I
Yeah.
unmuted that time? Oh,
Yeah.
Fantastic. Wonder what's going on there. All right. I am making an athletics test. Oh, we have action points all of a sudden. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Athletics runs off strength. Dang, that's tempting to like cut myself or something and do one hard to myself, but I'm not going to do it yet. I must reveal it later. Okay, so my targets are 12s, and I am going to not spend because I want to make sure that they have action points. I will be re-rolling these greens, the 7 and the 8. Here it
Okay.
comes. Oh God, that is terrible. A 19 and a 16.
Do you wish to spend luck?
I will have 1 luck left, but this is. There are guns. There's
Yeah, hold on.
I'm gonna,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a damage roll on finesse. I apologize. Go ahead. I thought I was thought about the reroll, but that's actually a damage reroll.
Yeah,
So.
it's damage reroll.
Okay.
This could be a good time to get blooded, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I'll just hopefully I'm not going to die here. So yeah, I just fail.
Okay.
Oh, that hurts.
It does. So you are going to take some damage as you run in here. And I think it is like this is very, very clearly a home constructed kind of gauntlet. So there's wire, there are sharp lines of objects. They've got some people on the outside who are kind of doing this thing where they tilt it up and down to throw your balance off as you go through. And you are going to take, let's first roll location. We'll roll that. So that is location 9, which is torso. And then we're going to roll damage for you here. And that is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage.
Holy crap.
Do you have any armor on your torso?
I don't. Yes, I do. A physical DR. Oh, hold on a sec. Crap! I didn't dictate that I put on my Gecko sports jersey. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
So do you have armor or not armor?
I do have 1 armor. Sorry.
Okay.
So 4.
So you take 4, which is just enough that you don't take a wound. because 5 points or more means that you actually had to take a wound that causes sort of
Goodness.
ongoing. So what happens? Where do you like you get hit in the torso, but what do you think lands in you there?
Maybe it's like there's something that's around the midsection he runs straight into as he gets shaken around in this topsy-turvy tunnel.
Yeah, sharp piece of metal kind of cuts across your side there. Your armor stops a little, but you can still feel it cut in, and immediately blood is kind of running down the side of you. So you're partway, like halfway down this gauntlet. Cole has rallied the people in his behind. We'll come back to his tests on this, but let's see about Fizz and Longman. The two of you are concealed away. You've got cover. You're near this production plant, but you know from the PA system that the others have been caught. So what do you think you want to do, Fizz?
Nuka-Cola, Derek, we're gonna have to go and we have to do this fast. Hype needs his coach. Hype needs his supplements.
Yeah. We need to help our friends, obviously, but we need to keep our eye on the goal. We can't, we're actually here.
We gotta make a rush for the end
We
zone.
can't get distracted by distracted by missing Parker once. We have to be able to not hit a foul and go for the just go for the goal post,
Yeah,
because
I'd like to think that, like, in fiction, of course, Fizz is much better at delivering these sports
Right,
things than
right.
me, pieced it together. So Derek is the one who actually sounds like I do every time I try and do it, right?
Eric has no idea about this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But he just knows sports terms and he's throwing them out.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, we the goal here is to get the chip.
Yeah.
For 44.
Yeah,
We
if
have
you
to do that. Then,
yeah, if you knock out the, there's like
Because-
the lights here, the power here, the vents, everything runs off the local power plant, right?
right.
So if you can knock down that, then maybe, I don't know, I can go in there and I can get the chip, and maybe they'll be, confused enough. They'll think we'll be able to tell them there's some sort of reactor problem they need to get out of here before the radiation comes in, and it'll give me a chance to get the chip and we can get out. And if not, I pack my plasma rifle.
Maybe
this is a full contact sport.
if I can get to a terminal, I might be able to rig it so it thinks it's having a reactor meltdown.
Hey, be
And
my guests. I'm ready and waiting to go in there.
Okay.
I'll back your play, Derek.
okay.
So what is your first goal? Is it to go and secure the chip, or is it to go and mess with the reactor, or is it something else?
Well, I was thinking messing with the reactor might get more of them out from around the chip. But yeah, my goal is if we don't get the chip now, even if we do get out, there's going to be on ultra high alert going forward. And
So let's,
we won't be able to get back in here.
Yeah.
And let's also remember what they did back at Micah. How many of these people do we really want to actually get out of here?
The order of action, right? I mean, the number of people that we want to get out of there makes a difference, because ideally we'd want all of them gone, right? But we don't know how successful that is. So the order of action seems to be make a distraction, the local reactor power supply, a distraction, a convenient excuse to order people out of the way so we can get the chip, so that there's less of them in there. And however it goes from there is we grab the chip and we maybe shoot our way out or talk our way out, depending on how badly the dice rolls go. Right?
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. And once we have a line on the rest of our people, maybe we make the reactor problem not so fake.
So let's start with this question then for the two of you together. Is the challenge is getting down to secretly, without being spotted, down to this vital area where you can start to make changes to the system. So that kind of feels to me like we've got a kind of a stealth check that's going on there. Does that feel right?
Yeah.
Okay. And certainly we can have one of you make that roll and the other assist if you want to do that.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll do that.
Stealth is
Sneak.
plus what?
Agility.
Okay, so I've got a total of 10. What do you got?
I have a pinwheel of death as I wait for roll with me to load.
Erp.
Yep, here we go. It's finally come through. I just roll the 1 dice, right? I think for an
Yes.
assist.
So what is your sneak?
Sneak is
It looks like your sneak is 1 and your agility is 6.
yeah, so I fail
Okay.
on my roll.
Yeah, well, no, I
Assist.
haven't had you roll yet. We're just checking the numbers right now.
Oh, okay.
Because there may be people maybe spend points. I just want to get this into
Sure,
position. So Derek, you're gonna be rolling 2d20.
Okay.
Fizz, you're gonna be rolling 1d20. The difficulty I think right now, because the high alert is a 3, and I'm gonna spend my GM action point and make that a 4. So Derek, are you spending anything I should know about?
Okay. I don't want to take it away from anything away from the guys who are actually in danger down there. But if we get caught, we're in danger.
I think it's worth spending. I think we're also more likely to generate more action points as we fight than anything else, right?
Okay, so we've got 3 available. How many do we want to use? We have to use at least 1. We cannot get a difficult, we cannot beat a 4 at this point.
How do you feel
Use
about
all
that,
3,
Fizz?
get 2 dice.
Yeah. Is it spend it all, or is it just take 1?
I have to get at least 1.
Okay.
2 would give us a slight buffer.
Waiting to hear a choice.
Mm.
Okay. I'm going to assume then that hearing no choice that you're spending 1. So Derek, you're going to roll with 3d20. And you're going to roll with 1d20, Fizz.
Yes. So would you like to roll your 3 dice, Derek? And then I will roll my 1. Doing pretty
I
well.
rolled a 1,
Okay.
Nice.
a 3, so that's and a 7 is your target. That's a total of 4, isn't it?
That
It is,
is a
yeah.
4. So what is it that, I mean, there are guards all around, people watching, moving around. What is it that the two of you do to edge out to get into position, you think? Let's start, let's start with Fizz here on this one. What do you think you're doing, like the pair of you, to get past all of these people?
I think it's slinking around behind the like the railings and the sort of like the banks of machinery and everything, like, you know, while they go from one to the other. And it's just like that kind of, you know, we're on the catwalk, right? So it's kind of like looking over above them and then like finding the right moment to get down and then quickly dashing across until we've made it across to the back of like a power station kind of thing, where if we could be very easily seen if someone just stepped 1 step to one side or something, right? Like,
Perfect, kind of moving on the edge. And Derek, how does Dogmeat's presence help with that? Like, how is he contributing to make this work?
Dogmeat has better senses than I do, so Dogmeat will kind of, if we're coming up to where someone is near, will kind of let a little low growl out or a little sound out to let me know that there's somebody up there, or if they're looking in our direction for us to stop moving. I'm hoping that since Fizz is wearing her Vault 33 jumpsuit and I'm wearing a lab coat, maybe at a casual glance, they won't realize we don't belong here.
I think that certainly helps camouflage the people who do go past. And I
So
think
obviously, if someone stops and looks at us, they'll catch it. But maybe if they just can't see us, glance at us walking by in the background, it won't register as wrong.
So I think we cut with the two of you in Dogmeat having gotten past the security, gone down into the area, and you're down now in the technical complex part, where you can choose to go towards the production area and get access to the chip, or you can go and start messing with the systems and playing with the reactor settings or the communications and hacking on that. We'll come back to you two there. Cole, you've done your boosting of the group. They're kind of with you. Cole, you see hype has run through, but he gets bloodied, gets that cut in him. And I imagine, because of course this is a dramatic scene, I imagine there is a moment where we see one of the other people who's gotten excited also runs in, and we hear that and the sound of the chopper as something happens that we see off screen. Cole, how do you want to approach this?
I think as we're breaking the huddle, I think I'm gonna have my syringe of Calmex. I'm gonna go ahead and inject that, get that
Okay.
going. So it'll give me a reroll on perception and agility checks. And if I do a sneak attack, I get 2 extra combat, or what do they call them? Damage dice, I guess.
Okay.
So I'll get that going. I think I'm picturing, tell me if I'm wrong. So there's like a pathway with obstacles.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of
there's
they
guys
kind of
shooting
built
at us from above on both sides.
Well,
kind of
they've
thing?
got like a makeshift enclosed tunnel that
Mhm.
has no lights in it, but it clearly has some sharp stuff in it. It's sort of fully contained except for the opening and exit, and they've got some people on the other side, on both sides, kind of shaking it up and down.
Okay. Well, sounds like it's pretty dark, so maybe I can I spot, maybe try to spot like I don't know, a gap, or like some sort of advantage we can get out of the situation.
Yeah.
Maybe just
If you
look
want to
around.
use perception or athletics, either one of those, for how you are making it
Sure.
through this obstacle.
Maybe athletics and perception. Does that sound?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 8. I'll go just with the 2 dice.
Okay.
The 2 green ones I'll do. That's a whole lot of nothing. I do get the reroll on perception rolls.
Yeah.
The Calmex, I'll go ahead and use that. Let's see if we can get something. Nope, got a whole lot of nothing.
Okay.
Should I use luck? I only got 2 points too. Nah, I'll just take the failure.
Okay.
Well, because we're getting beat up early on. Obviously, this is gonna work out. Nuka-Cola, I hope so.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to take 6 points of damage, Cole.
Oh boy.
Let's see where you get hit. Oh, what is the 19? I think that's the leg.
Right leg, yeah.
Yeah.
I have
What's your
1
armor?
DR. Yeah, I have 1, so I still take 5.
Yeah. So you have a wound, which affects the long-term healing. Mostly is the predominant effect on that. What happens there? Is it a fall and you twist it, or is it something slashes into it? What causes that?
Yeah, I think I'm looking around, not paying attention, and maybe one of these guys, maybe they like push like a blade out and it jams me right in the back of my leg.
Yeah, they got the little eye slit and they just catch you there, kind of almost try to hamstring you, but miss that. You stumble, but you're still moving, but you still got the other half of this to go. Hype, you're moving along. You see some others get chewed up. But you see Cole come along. You started to move that second leg, and you see him take that hit.
I just see him.
There we go.
Just
Okay,
the first
he's not-
quarter. Keep going.
Yeah.
Is he all the way out though?
No,
when
he
I
is.
see him?
He is about halfway right now, like you were. like you are right now.
Okay.
You've got the other half to
Oh.
go.
Oh, well, I'll go to the other half.
Okay.
I get the other side. Like,
Okay.
can't stop and potentially lose until. I wouldn't mind going back if I were done, but I got to finish. Like, we got to show them that this gauntlet.
All
It's not
right.
so bad.
Then this is going to be another athletics test for you here.
God, I'm so scared of this athletics test now. All right, here we go. Rerolling the greens. Keeping the action points where they are.
Okay.
I am hurt though, which means my strength is effectively a 10.
It is.
So this is 15s or less. It's a 7 and a 12.
So that is 2 successes. That is enough because I didn't guys didn't give me an action point to spend. So like what is the maneuver here? Like, you've kind of made some decisions, like you've seen how this works. What is that gives you the edge to kind of get out here?
Oh, I see I see Hype barreling forward because he sees a little bit of daylight, and then something comes around midsection again, just like before, and he drops into a slide like he's stealing second. He slides underneath it and slides to the exit of this gauntlet, makes it up, and then jumps up.
There's boos from the crowd as you make it out. So you have the opportunity. Are you doing anything to help the others that are trying to get through now?
Sorry, Jason. Is Keiko okay?
Yes. Yes.
Hey.
Yeah. No, she's your fail condition.
Bastard. I love it. Cool. Then I'm gonna cheer for Cole for a moment, but if it looks like he's gonna falter, then I'll dip back in and try to pull him out.
Are you gonna try and rally?
Yeah, I'll try to rally. How did that go?
So it is speech plus charisma against a difficulty 0
Oh my
to
goodness.
generate action points.
I'm so bad at this. I have a 5 target number. Here we go. Hey, better, sweet. No. You could do it, Cole. Come on. Sorry. It's a 7 and 10. That is a fail. I'm so sorry.
I think that you may be more concerned with your sister, and I think your attention is divided there as you're trying to call out. Cole, you've been wounded, hurt here, but you still got the other half of this gauntlet to go through. So are you changing up anything about the approach that you're making here?
I think I have a baseball grenade, and I'm gonna throw it and kind of like, clear a path for me and maybe the fiance or the boyfriend of
Yeah.
Keiko.
Let's have you do that with a throwing roll.
Okay. Throwing and
Essentially to
agility.
put it to blast back the people who are trying to stab through the container and clear the path.
Okay. So that would be 10 plus 1, 11, and I get a reroll. What's the difficulty, you think?
I think the difficulty is just a 1.
Just 1? Okay.
But we know what a complication is going to be like on this.
Sure. I'm gonna hopefully I'm gonna use a AP to get an extra die. Hopefully I'll get it back. Let's
Okay.
see. So that's 3 dice. I need 11. I'm gonna do the 3 purpley dice. Oh my goodness, that is horrible. I'll spend a luck. I'll re-roll them all. That takes me to 1. All right, 11 or less. Oh, I do get a re-roll. I only need 1. I'll still spend it. I want to earn some AP here.
Okay.
I still get a reroll on this. Okay, that's
Oh, look at that.
that's 3. I don't, should I reroll? No, I'll probably ruin it. So we'll stick with 3. So I get the 1 and I'll add 2 to the pool.
Yeah. So they're like the guys at the end are like leaning into it now. They're close by because these people have gotten through, and then there's this duk, 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 and then a woof, and we see them go flying back, and we've got them on ropes for the special effects, so they go flying all the way back. And I think that Cole, you and the rest of the people come running through this smoking tunnel, and there's more boos from the crowd, and cheaters, cheaters, they're shouting that. Foul, foul, ref, get in there, ref.
Do you think if I spent AP, could I like get out of the gauntlet maybe? Like
Oh, I
in
think
the
you're
in
out.
the
I think
explosion? Oh,
I think,
okay.
yeah, you and everybody else is cleared through this, and we see the group kind of gathered there, and coaches, arms crossed, looking down, and he says, all right, looks down at the people who failed to stop you, and says, you are all on gore duty. Clean that up. Guards, move them to the court. And there's more clicking of guns, and they open it up, and of course it's like the sports stadium tunnels where you go down into the what do you call that, the ramp that you go down onto the court. And I think that we will see you there, and they have special shoes set out for everybody, and they've got these black pullover uniforms, and coach will say, pick your 5 best. We'll come back to the two of you in just a minute. So Derek, Fizz, you're probably hearing the broadcast of this in the overlay. Honestly, and these Vault 44 cheats using explosives to get through. Right now, they've got the advantage, but it shows just how unsportsmanlike these Vault 44 baseball players are.
That's right, Chet. Baseball move is a terrible thing to bring to the basketball court. Why? My father would never stand for it. I haven't seen anything like this since The Undertaker and Hell in the Cell in 1999. Sorry.
I hadn't thought of a pro wrestling vault. That's a great idea.
Oh, that would be so good. Yeah, the
Yeah.
luchador vault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Derek, we gotta move.
Yeah.
Listen, if you can't knock out the power, so the radiation leak's a great idea. If it doesn't work, like, I think the big thing though is like break the intercoms, like so they can't call for help if it all goes south.
Okay.
So like we want to whatever we do here to be contained to this room, and that way if it does go wrong, well, there's always people on guard duty, right?
Right. Okay.
So
I'm gonna
you
do what I want to do.
will make your way over to terminal, and then let's hear what your plan is.
Okay. First, I'm going to do something I don't want to do,
Okay.
but I'm going to pop a mentat.
Okay. What do you suppose a mentat tastes? Is this an aerosol, or is it
It's a pill.
Okay. Then what do you suppose it tastes like?
Probably pretty chalky because there's a separate thing called grape mentats.
I was literally just thinking of grape mentats. Yeah.
No, so it's probably kind of chalky. I imagine it tastes sort of like an Altoid.
Yeah, like a cross between an Altoid and those Necco wafer things that just awful.
I kind of imagine them as like being like an Altoid, but as it fizzes on your tongue, it fizzes on your brain as well, right?
Yeah. It's also, unfortunately, it is addictive. So
Okay.
So just keep that in mind for after this.
All
but
right.
It lets me re-roll intelligence and perception for the rest of the scene.
Okay.
Listen, if Electrovix taught me anything, it's that addiction is just the word for a hunger to win.
Just another word for nothing left to
re-roll
lose.
2020 own perception and intelligence test. It is lasting and has an addiction number of 3. So we'll deal with that later.
So right now you're going to be rolling I believe, this feels like science plus intelligence here.
Yep.
Okay.
And science is my tag skill,
Okay.
and my intelligence is 6. So that's a total of 10.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to shut down their comms.
Well, what we're going to do is this is how we're going to do it. Is we're going to, like, base difficulty is 2
Mhm.
to do a thing, and then like we'll do the extra successes. We can do like additional little things with this to kind of give you a chance based on success there. Are you going to spend any AP?
I'm going to spend 1 since we
Okay.
just generated some.
Sure. So that's
Can I-
3d20.
Can I assist with this as well?
Yeah. What's your science?
Pretty high.
Oh yeah.
It's like 11.
Yeah.
Um,
So you
Hey,
may
your
also
science is
roll-
actually higher than mine.
10, yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense.
Yeah.
You know, you're more the character for it kind of thing. I imagine my science is being more like reading, you know, understanding it all kind of stuff. But yeah.
But I do have a reroll from the Mentat, and I have a reroll from my lab coat.
Exactly, yeah. So I
So
will
let's have both of you. Fizz, you do your 1d20.
mhm.
Derek, you do your 3d20, and then we'll figure out where we stand at the end here.
Okay. I only got 1 success, but I get 2 rerolls for various reasons.
Do you want to-
Okay, that's a total of 2 successes on my side.
Okay.
and that is 1 success on my side. So
Okay.
that's 3 successes.
1 extra.
Yeah. So the first thing that you do, they've still got the broadcast going, but you will shut down the comms like internally to this whole tech section.
Oh, I know. Can we loop the broadcast back through the comms from this text section? So if you
Oh.
try and broadcast out from it, all it's doing is going like a slight delay of like, oh, and it's the car. Oh, and there's filthy vault. Oh, there's filthy vault bills kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like, yeah.
That like and that seems particularly natural for the kinds
Mhm.
of things that happen in a vault. That's a kind of tech error that would happen. And I think it's also like you kind of split it off. So this section can't communicate out. People can't communicate into here, and internally it is there. What else would you like to have happen? Do you want to shut down more communications throughout the vault? Do you want to set something up for the crew at the game? Do you want to like clear a path? What would you like to have happen here as you're playing with this terminal?
Can we set it to somehow, because I think the theory was that I was going to stand here and Fizz, you were going to sneak in and grab the chip. Was that?
I think I was going to use this distraction to basically, because I don't see being able to grab the chip as like a kind of like yoink, kind of like stealthy, sneaky thing, right?
Okay. Okay. Well, I was going to say that maybe we can set up something that I can pump feedback into their circuit.
I think we'd
so
originally
that maybe at a key point in the game, I can blast feedback at the court and maybe disrupt the other team.
Okay, yeah, like get some sonic set up there to do that. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna the other success, the extra one we're gonna say is set up for that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
is that fine with everyone else?
I just wanted to clarify. Wasn't our original plan to try and make it seem as though there's a radiation leak in here, so we could like I would have justification to say like everybody's got to leave.
Can I do that at the same time? Because we're.
I think that's a more severe action than getting a little incidental on there, but certainly we can follow up with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I thought I was just working on the communication system right now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So Fizz, you've helped with the terminal. And you're going to head into this production area?
Yeah, I am. And I'm wearing a vault suit with vault armor on top of it. You know, like slightly obscured so you can't see that it says 44 rather than the basketball, which I've forgotten which vault.
And I'm in a lab coat.
88.
Now they may notice that the lab coat is.
But I assume you're staying at the terminal to do your actions, right?
You need me to come with you, or do you want me to stay there?
Stay, you know, you're not far away. You can always pop around and back me up if it comes to that, right? So yeah, I'm gonna walk in there and just gonna start to walk confidently over to the to where the chip is and
So
start ordering people around.
Here's the challenge. So they are
Mhm,
occupied because they're listening to the big game.
mhm.
That's set up, and you've looped it through. So they think that, oh yeah, they've broadcasted in here, even though we're on work. This is great. And they're kind of saying around, they're not going to particularly pay attention to you, but the machinery is going right now. The production line is going. You haven't shut that down. So
Mm.
that's operating. So how do you want to do this, Fizz?
The machinery's still going, right? Is it, how many people in here are we talking about?
I think right now, because some of them have probably, headed out to go and watch the game, the senior people, we've got just the dregs down here, the maybe the non-sports fans
Uh-huh.
or consigned down to here, the water boys and the towel boys
Yeah.
who are here, and so maybe there's 4 or 5.
You know what? I've got my pitch, actually. It's the better one is let's go down and say like, can you believe those cheating baseball scum? The coach says that everybody needs to get up there and give some real pep, some rally for our guys, right? I'm here to relieve you all. I'll be keeping this area on lockdown. Leave it to the machines, okay? So I'm basically going to say like, look, with that baseball grenade, with that horrible like act of back underhandedness, what we really need here is like to go some good team spirit, rally for our team, and give it from the courts. Like get them to convert the water boys into cheerleaders, essentially, right?
I like that. Let's do that as speech plus charisma.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you are an outsider in disguise, but I think you've also looped the thing in here. So I think difficulty 2.
Yeah. Okay. I will spend an AP to get an extra dice on that.
Okay.
I think. Ooh, that is I have one success only, I think, on that 9.
Okay.
You have your cautious natures. You get a reroll, I think, when you spend
Oh,
AP.
yes, I do. You're right. Oh, that's 2 successes.
2 successes. So, oh yeah, baseball play. I've read about it. Dirty line drives, and they out, and they throw the balls at each other.
I know, and they like diamonds over circles. Like,
Oh
ugh,
yeah. Oh, it's just
the
yeah,
worst.
the
The
worst.
worst.
They chew and spit in the game. It's just a horrible, unsanitary thing. They roll around in the mud when they're trying to score a point. It's
And,
just
and
they're like pigs.
those sick rituals that spend like they spend whole days playing.
Oh,
It's
it's just
incredible.
and so yeah, they will gather themselves up and to get out their little pennants and things for their own teams, and they will head out, and they leave you in here in the production room.
And I think that's when I lean back. I stand in the corridor and I'm like, you go give him hell for me, guys. It's like, don't worry, I got this. And as soon as they go and I just lean back and like into Derek's eye line, and I'm like, let's go.
And that's where we're going to take our first break here. Take 10 for the first break, and then we will come back on the court. So you are led out on the ramp off to a box that has been kind of set up for you all, a kind of cattle pen for the players, and they hustle you all in there, and there's like, you see a lot of these people are injured from the earlier running, and cuts on them, or exhausted, or things like that, and they say you have 15 minutes to assemble your team.
I'll say, look, I'm like maybe doing some like rudimentary patching up on my leg and I say, look, Hype, I can't be the coach for this one. You've got to be the coach. I've seen you've been reading the manual. You know this weird sport that they play. You can do this. You're ready. If I can, I
Well,
think I'll
Pete
do
Rose
I'll,
it.
I'll do the
Be a
rally
player
again.
coach.
Can I
Let's
go
do
ahead
it.
and roll that, Lowell?
Yeah, I like that.
Let's see, same deal, speech and charisma. So it's 12. I'll just do the 2 green dice.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, nothing. I'll just let it not work. Actually, I got a
Okay.
20. I got a 20, so there's a complication. Oh boy, maybe I should, I only got 1 left. Now go ahead, Lowell, do your worst.
I think that you will see the figure come down who is the ref. They have the black and white ref shirt, and I think you will see that it is Inquisitor. And I think as he walks down there, he does this, like at you, like, you know, and very clearly establishes his bias. Koval, Hideki, you do have a chance here. You can do a first aid on yourselves to heal up. It's a quick int plus medicine test. It would be difficulty 1 for you, Hype, difficulty 2 for you, Cole.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? I won't
Okay.
roll a 20 again. If you get a 20, I imagine you could, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
2 dice. I need 2. I only got a 6, so it's got to roll what really nice here. And I get another fail, but no complication.
Yeah, you try to do that, but like you don't have the gear for it. Hype, do you want to do you have first aid? Do you have a medicine skiller? Okay.
I think I do. Let me check. Well, sorry, it was just first response. I have no medicine.
Okay.
I have raisins.
So then you really can't even first aid yourself. You've never been a physiotherapist.
It's true. Physiotherapy is beyond me.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
do have
think I
that
have
that
any.
neurotoxin with it.
I have a
forget what
stim
that does.
pack.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to use that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Let me look up. I've forgotten what the stim packs do.
Oh, I will look it up too and see who gets there first.
Do you remember what the neurotoxin does, Will? I forget.
1 dose is a paralytic. 2 doses is a fatal poison.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wrote that down actually. So I've got it in a
Does
note.
it have to be injected or it can just be contact?
Yeah, is
or do
it
we don't know?
topical?
Topical, remember, because he had to keep his gloves on.
Right.
Okay. So I'm thinking maybe I'll ask you if I can so you have 2 doses of that. Maybe I could ask you to grab one of that and I'll steely gaze at the Inquisitor. Does that work for you, Rich? If I grab one of those
Yeah,
from you?
take one. Take it.
Air
Okay.
jelly neurotoxin.
Oh, it's stim hyphen pack. That's why I couldn't find it on. It's not stem space pack. It's not stim pack. It's stem hyphen pack.
Oh, but in the index, it's stim pack 1 word.
I see. It's just because it's stretched over. It's stim pack
Um,
with no C.
I have
That's
I
where
have
I was
stim pack.
screwing it up.
You heal 4 HP for a stim pack. That's like what it does.
Okay.
The take Kim minor action, you inject the stim pack and receive an instant result, recovering 4 hit point or treating 1 injury.
Okay.
So I will do that. Actually, I would offer the other stim pack to Cole. He looks pretty messed up.
Yeah, I think I probably should.
Cole,
Now-
you can either use it to treat your injury
Right.
or recover 4 HP.
Right now, the injury is just sort of making me less mobile. Is that kind of?
What it does is in play, like you fell over,
Mhm.
and then it increases the difficulty for healing later on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll treat the injury then.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't, my hit points stay the same though. Okay.
So the two of you, you need to assemble a team of 5 people out of this ragtag group here.
Yeah.
Kind
I'm
of,
thinking rats has got to be one of them, right? And then your sister and then her fiance and then the two of us. Is
I
that
thought our
our
fiance
five?
was jacked up. Was the fiance jacked up? We could have a red shirt. That way, someone can
oh yeah,
get totally
his
messed up.
fiance is I think we established last time had kind of fallen. She was helping him
Right.
up. So your sister will step forward and kind of make sure that you don't choose the fiance. She says his legs hurt. I mean he'll be a liability.
Okay. Well, you've been among these people more than we have. Who should we choose?
And she kind of looks around and you see Rat Franklin stands up and reaches out for one of those jerseys. Gimme.
You're not just taking this jersey to resell it, are you, Ref Franklin?
Can it be
Taking
both?
this jersey is a commitment.
Look. I know. Look,
I'm going to need you to give 110%.
you can't you literally can't do that.
You can if you really care. If you love this team with all your heart.
I don't know from loving, but this last year I have watched them play this game. I know how they operate. I know how they work. And I might not be as buff as you two.
No.
But yeah, fair enough. You didn't have to say that. But
I was agreeing with you. You're right.
I,
You're nowhere near as buff as my sister and I.
Okay, but my point is, I know how they play.
Okay.
Okay, so put me in, coach.
All right. I think center field is like a huge song in the ball.
Oh yeah.
Like he's now there's a pause as Hype is just thinking of the lyrics of the song Center Field by Fogerty. But he says, yes, it's a great idea. Cole, you all healthy? You ready to go? Are you hurt? Are you injured, Cole?
I'm ready.
All right.
It's game time.
Okay.
Sorry, I just remember a particular coach who would ask small boys when they were, laying on the ground crying, are you hurt or are you injured? And there was evidently a difference in his mind. Hurt means it's pain right now, but I can still function. Injured is I can no longer play. Take me out, coach. And that was his test question of, are you hurt? Are you injured? I'm just hurt, coach. All right, then, get up.
That's what kindergarten's like in Vault 44 as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Kindergarten for
A
sure.
lot of Red Rover going on over. Yeah. So to prepare them for life. We will get that. Like you kind of look around and there's one of the people from the town, from the settlement, from Newfie, who's tall, clearly pretty tall. And you point to him and it's okay, kind of stands up, gangly, but he's well over 6 foot. Maybe a little bit of mutation there. And he will, take the jersey and put it on. He looks scared. He goes, "What? How does this work?"
And then you shoot. It's fine. You'll pick it up. It's a really simple sport.
Okay.
Dribble.
All right. And there'll be that buzzer and sound, and they will have you come out. And they don't announce you. They don't say that. They just say the team from Vault 44 visitors, and they kind of just have you come out. But then, of course, there's the lights and the sound and the music, and they've got cheerleaders at the side. They've got that all set up, and the smoke machine kicks off, and you'll see these 5 super goddamn tall guys.
Nice.
They are. They have been bred here in Vault 44 to do that, and you can tell that they are the golden boys of this. Everybody looks up to them, all of that. But I think the thing that you will notice, Hype, is that none of them have bruises on them. You think?
No scars.
No. They're
Ooh.
clearly treated because of their height with a little bit of kid gloves here.
Nice.
And
Oh,
they
this
come
is delightful.
walking out. They're each to announce and McReady, and then they call the next guy, and they have them all come out. But we'll assume that they all, Orlando Woolridge, Larry Bird, like they give them all old names that they have as titles for their position. And the Cali Trapuca, and they get them all out there and stand them against you. And the referee gets the ball, gets the whistle, and throws it up in the air, but of course at a slight angle towards the home team. So we're going to have you two make athletics checks here, or thrown checks for scoring. I am good with either one. Right now, we're going to see how many successes you get. There's a certain a ratio to kind of overcome, to avoid also maybe taking some hits. You know what a complication will be on a 20. But let's start right now. For purposes of calculating additional AP you would gain, we're going to set the difficulty at 2 for this first period. So Hype. It's first period, buzzer goes off, they're shining the lights down in your eyes. The ball is on the court. You've got these unusual shoes on. They're super
all the squeaking.
tall. Oh,
So much squeaking.
So squeaking. Let's have you roll.
Awesome. So I am no longer feeling the benefits of my adrenaline rush for this roll, because I healed up 4 and I had only taken 4. So that was interesting. But that's okay. I'm not gonna totally in max.
Don't worry.
yeah.
We'll get you down so you can use that ability here again soon.
See, I have faith in you, GM. Wait, what's a Fallout GM called? Overseer?
I think so. I have to take a look.
Sorry, I don't even know if there's a special name for it. Anyway, cool. I'm gonna roll just a regular 2d20.
Okay.
Saving that action point for other members of my team. I need 12s or lower because it's athletics. Here we go. Oof, I got 1 success. You said it was a difficulty of 2.
2.
So that appears to be a fail.
Okay. So you get out there and you're the one who's in the center and you're the one who takes the hits. Like you take the elbows. They are throwing elbows. They are fouling you. You are knocked down to the floorboards repeatedly. This is, so you don't have any armor for this right now. But over the course of this first period, you are going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage.
Mitch, does your jersey give you a reroll or anything?
Oh crap, you're right. It does. It gives me 1 reroll, but I'm gonna eat it for right now because I want to get hurt and it's early game. But thank you for the reminder. That's why I even put on the thing.
We'll save that as an extra reroll you can use later if you're passing on that now.
It is, is a
Yeah.
reroll that I can use
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
It's only once per scene. So.
Yeah, so you hang on to that. Cole, let's have you roll. Part of it is that you're maybe a little bit even, but at this moment, because they are so focused on taking Hype down, because he's clearly the athlete of the group. I think that's a torso hit for the elbows and stuff.
So yeah, I think we see, Hype driving, maybe kicks it out to me at the 3-point line, because I'm pretty immobile at this point with my leg. So I'm just taking 3-point shots and bombing away.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do throwing plus agility. Oh, no, yeah, agility.
Okay.
And I don't know, would this be maybe if I get extra successes? I want to try to apply this on the sly, apply this neurotoxin to the raft to
Yeah.
sort of slow them down. So I don't know if that's a separate roll or maybe spending.
We'll spend. We'll see how many successes you get above 2, and we'll
Okay.
put those to extra effects.
Okay, I'll go ahead and use a action point. Take us down to 1.
Take it down to 1.
Okay, so when I get a reroll from the Calmax, I've got 1 plus 10 is 11, 3 dice, the 3 purpley dice. Oh, that's good. 3, so that gives me, and I get a reroll, but I won't bother.
Okay.
So I've got an extra. Can I use that extra to kind of apply that poison on the sly?
Yeah. Essentially, your goal is to do this to kind of slow him down right now.
Yeah, just like make it, he's probably starts, it's probably like mentally and physically start slowing down, what's his name, Inquisitor.
Yeah. You get over, you bump into the ref, he pushes you back. And we maybe like the camera will go in, we can see like a purple splotch where you've touched him with that. And I think we see over the next few minutes like the beads of sweat on his face, and he's clearly like having a hard time of it, and kind of like trying to keep himself upright. Let's then roll. Gonna do this. You guys kind of hold your own on that. I'm gonna roll these sets of dice here. And I think it's even. Like if you look at the green and yellow dice I just re-rolled, the numbers are just about even on both sides. So I think this first period, like shockingly for them, you're like they're keeping you from scoring, but you are up in there, like taking the scores, even with them kind of like they at first the ref is calling fouls, but once he starts to get a little sick, he's more occupied with that. And is stopping doing those calls. Meanwhile, Fizz, you want to successfully extricate this chip from the production line here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I imagine the chip is kind of housed in some big sort of terminal that's in between all of this. You have to
climb up. You have to climb up onto the machine, get down into it, reach down and get that. So I think that's going to be a repair roll.
Repair roll. I think just because this is exactly Derek's skill wheelhouse, even though we've got pretty much identical stats on the two things, I would, I think Derek's got in fiction more experience of getting into heavy machinery than Fizz does as well,
So do you want to swap positions and have him do this while you go to the terminal?
If we're both at 9, but we're both sitting at 9, but I took the min tab, so I get to re-roll an intelligence task.
Oh, you do that. You're on the terminal. I'd forgotten you're on the terminal as well, right? To do the to try and you've got the thing that you can do with, you can mess with the core as well, right? Like some sort of advantage on that. Yeah. So I will do it. Like dog meat, keep an eye out. Okay. Bark if you hear anyone coming, boy. And prop my plasma rifle up and let's go for the repair roll. I think you said it was, right?
Yeah.
It's a 9. I am going to pop my dose of Mentats as well, I think.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah. So that gives me a free reroll, right? If I.
Yeah.
Okay. I also can hand it to you. I've got a deluxe toolkit, reduce difficulty, repair task by 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not? So it's 2 dice. I've got luck. I'll just stick to the 2 dice.
Yeah. And you get the lab coat, right?
Yeah, although I think I've lost connection because it didn't.
Of course you have, because it's that roller and it does not
It is
like
that
you.
roller. It never likes me. I've not got a VPN. I've got nothing on. I wonder if it's because
lab coat is good only once per scene. So
yeah, don't worry about it. Ooh, 12 and 14. I get to reroll one. That's bad. I'm gonna spend a point of luck because my success is 10. So
Okay.
spend a point of luck. And can I give you an AP now? Or is it too late in the process?
I
for
think
me to
it's
say?
too late in the process,
Okay,
but
sure, yeah.
but you still have the lab coat reroll as well.
Oh my God, I've lost connection between those two rolls. That's ridiculous. Oh, that's one success. But do I get to use the Mentat reroll
You
with the
can
luck?
yeah.
Okay.
You can stack those up. There's nothing in the rules that says you can't keep using the rerolls as long as you have the access to them.
Okay, so reroll of 15. And this is the worst set of rolls, but I get one success.
One success. Do you want to use your lab coat reroll?
No, because to sell this, I was definitely wearing my Vault jumpsuit rather than my lab coat. So I'm not
Okay.
wearing my lab coat.
So you will get this thing out of there, pull it out. But I think as soon as it comes out, you will hear this blaring alarm. And it goes just like all through this area. Now, mind you, you can tell because of the communicators, it's not going to go out of this zone, but anyone who is in this zone is going to hear, it's going to blare over those comms, even above the thing, and they're going to come running.
Does dog meat start barking as well, Derek,
I think
as
you'll
the
hear
alarms
it.
go off? Yeah.
Derek, you're standing there at the terminal, kind of waiting, watching for this, and you see Fizz reach in, and it gets it out, and then an alarm goes off. What do you want to do? Do you want to try and stop that? Do you want to try and do something to secure the doors? Do you want to do something else? What is it that you're doing at this terminal here in the heat of the moment?
I don't want to try to secure the doors because that just means we're locking ourselves in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to shut the alarm off.
Okay. Let us, I think that's going to be standard difficulty 2. So, that if you can do that, then it means only the people who are closest are going to come and not the whole area.
Yeah. So that's science intelligence again.
Yeah.
Okay. And I still have my Mentat. I will do. Don't have anything I can add to that because I don't want to spend our last AP. So. And that's 2 failures.
2 failures. Okay.
So, but I can re-roll because of my Mentat.
Yeah.
Roll one of them. That's 1 success. I'm going to burn a luck and roll the other one.
Okay.
That is actually also a success.
Perfect. So it takes a bit because this thing is separately wired.
Mm-hmm.
There. But you will get it down. And I think the thing that you see rolling up comes here is you will see this Mr. Handy come rolling with a plasma torch attachment. And you can tell that it's a security protocol, Mr. Handy, and he comes rolling on up. Let's say he kind of comes in positioned somewhere between where you are, Derek, at that terminal, and where Fizz, where you are on this machine. So what do you do, Fizz, when you hear the alarm go off and then you see this Mr. Handy go in and then there's a whoosh from the plasma torch as it rolls in?
I think, as it rolls in, I'm pulling myself out of the gubbins, the guts of the machinery, right, and onto the walkway next to it, right, and I'm going to roll, grab my plasma gun, and shoot at the thing. And I think that would be my minor and my major to go with.
I think that is appropriate. If I had the voice modulator, I would be saying danger, Vault 33 danger.
Nice.
With that, So let's have you roll that attack roll here.
Energy weapons is a 12. So that's 16 and 8. And my plasma rifle. You know how plasma works. It also has the vicious property, but I would need to roll a crit, 2 successes to get the vicious quality. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
No, that comes on the damage dice, doesn't it?
It's not
Vicious
damage
damage
dice, but it is.
Yeah, sorry. So that's 1 hit. Is that right?
That is a hit because it is a large thing.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage
6.
against it.
I have 6 damage dice.
Ooh,
5, 6. That's
4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
nice.
Well, let's have you go ahead and roll location, or roll me a d20.
A plasma gun has a fire rate of 1, so you can roll an extra damage die if you want.
Oh, why not?
If you burn an extra ammo, but you roll an extra.
Yeah. I got 5.
5. So we've got 3 effects.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing 8 points of damage. You have hit it in one of its actuator legs.
Nice.
What are the effects from the plasma again?
The plasma is that I do damage as normal and then reduce the total by whichever of the target's damage resistance is lower out of physical or energy. Any persistent damage effects inflict energy damage.
Okay. So it takes 7 to that leg. And I think that plasma shot cuts across, melts, and it goes down on its side, and it's like trying to move, scoot over to you, and
That
it
plasma torch waving in the air,
Yeah,
right? Like burning,
uh,
like
but it will aim that, and it's going to let loose with a flamer burst at you. First, I'm going to let Derek take a shot if he wants to.
Sure, why not? And we'll let dog meat go in and do dog meat things.
Okay.
So that's a total of my 2 hit is a 10. And
Difficulty 1 right now against this thing.
okay. My dog and if I hit, dog meat hits also.
Okay.
Is what it boils down to. So we'll roll 2 dice here. And I missed on both of them.
Okay.
And since dog meat was attacking with me, he doesn't get his own attack.
Okay. So you kind of what were you shooting? Are you shooting or swinging? What was it you were attacking with?
I got a 10 millimeter.
Okay, so firing off. This thing is still kind of spinning around with the plasma. It is going to take a shot at you there,
Okay.
Fizz.
To be fair, a dog meat is at close range to it right now.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know.
I think the target priority is the guy who fired the plasma gun.
Okay.
yeah, the one that blew its leg off, right? Like, yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be 2 successes with that. And of course, I wasn't smart and I shut the book where my stats were. So that's that. 2, 3, 4. What is your energy defense?
My energy defense, none on anything, I don't think.
So hits a 13, which I think is still the torso.
Mm-hmm.
And you are going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage.
Nasty.
And you're on fire.
And I am on fire, even better.
Yeah. We'll come back to this combat scene in just a moment. They give you just like a 2-minute break there between periods. People are over there with their players, like water bottles, spraying Vic in their faces, and they're getting energized, and you can see their physiotherapists are over there giving them rub downs and toweling them off, and all the attention's over there while you're given like this splintery wooden bench for the 5 of you. What are you doing, Cole? Hype?
I'm wondering if maybe Hype, you're giving us actual plays to run, like you're actually, it's very technical. Maybe we can spin.
And it's all what he learned in the book, right? None of it is real. Maybe Rat Franklin should interrupt here, but that's what he's doing. It's like, yeah, okay, so what you need to do is you need to set a pick here up top, and then you're going to swing around and all this.
Let's have you roll intelligence plus athletics.
Oh dear God. Amazing. This is exactly where I am going to need a 10s. Okay, that's not that bad. All right. Going with green. Here we go. Yeah, success.
Okay, so we'll give you an action point. And it is that you're explaining things, and Rat Franklin's going, what he means is this. What he means is this. You no, you need to do this. Okay, because I watched it. Okay. But you got it right, Coach. You're good. You're doing good. You're doing good, Coach. Towels you off.
Nice. Thanks, Rat Franklin.
Oh yeah. And there'll be that whistle, and they bring the 5 of you back in. What do you want to do? You want to change up anything here in this second period? Hype, Cole?
What do you think, Cole?
I think Cole is looking to hurt the Inquisitor more than score baskets at this point. So that's where I'm going.
Okay. So it feels to me like in that case,
I think you see me like, I get the ball, I'm covered really, tightly, and I can't move. So I just whip the ball off the Inquisitor's head, maybe then grab it on the rebound, then shoot it in, like that probably,
Okay.
that'd probably be a difficult thing, I imagine.
Okay.
But that's what I'm picturing.
All right. Well, let's start with Cole's like trying to take the ref out thing here. The complication here is that you foul out. So that is what's on the table for that 20.
Okay.
Let's have you roll throwing plus agility.
Okay. Let's see. What's the challenge on this one?
I think that's difficulty 2.
2. Okay, that sounds fair. Throwing and agility, that's an 11. I do get a reroll, so I will do. Ooh, let's try to earn some points by spending points. I'll spend a point, get 3 dice. I'll do the purpley dice. I need 11s. That's just 1. I will do the reroll, get one of these 12s. That's better. So that's 2. That's what I needed, right?
Yeah. So while Cole isn't putting any points on the board, so to speak, there is that moment towards the end of the second period when that ball flies out, hits the Inquisitor in the face, and he drops. And like some of the other Vault people come over and drag him to his feet. He's wobbly, and like they have to go and get another ref. And they look around and they get this old guy that's clearly like the most senior ref they have there, and he kind of waddles out into the thing and has the little ref thing on. The vest, the vest. He has a referee's vest on. Hype. You've got Cole's strategy. You've got Rat Franklin with you. You've got your red shirt, and you've got your sister there. Do you want to push it? Do you want to try to go big this time?
Yeah, I think Hype's going to push it and go big. His plan is to draw some people to him, but present himself as bigger than he is, and then he'll either dish off to Keiko, or did we name the tall guy? We need to name the tall guy if we haven't yet.
I think his name is Red.
Red, yeah. So he'll either dish off to Red, who should be in the paint, or kick it out to Keiko. I think that would be fun.
Okay.
So
I
that's
think
the plan.
it's difficulty 2 to like keep things even.
Mhm.
Difficulty
That
3
sounds-
to get an edge. And
Right.
anything extra you could spend to do things.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to go any extra than that, but I am injured, which means not injured. I'm hurt. It's
Yeah.
different, guys.
Yeah, I
I'm
know, we've
hurt,
heard.
I'm injured.
Do you want to spend that last AP?
Selfishly, I think I really should. So I'm
Okay.
rolling 3d12. My target is 15,
Yeah.
and I do have athletics as a tag skill. So hopefully
Okay.
this will be okay. I'm gonna re-roll those greens, even though they have been super nice to me. And this blue 19 here. Here it goes. Oh my. Dang, if only I had one better in athletics, I would have had a lot. But that is tag skill. So 2, 3, 4. So total of 4 successes. Needed 3 to go ahead and then 1 to spin for more. Is that right?
Yeah. So you go all out. Like you kick it up a notch. They are not ready for this, and especially because they've got their ringer ref out. And you and your sister are putting points on the board. Red, you throw it to him. Red's like, puts it in the basket desperately. And you've got an extra success. What do you want to do with that extra success? Do you want to push the game further? Do you want to take out one of their star players? Do you want to do something else? What do you want to set up?
Okay, so checking in with the rest of the players. The plan is at some point nuclear threat so that we can evacuate and pull the thing. That hasn't happened yet.
Right.
This is all a distraction so that they could do that, which means
I
ultimately.
mean, the plan wasn't actually to do this because you were not supposed to get caught.
Oh, true.
So
we're
the
off.
plan-
We're off book.
We're off book. So I mean, I would be amazed if Hype's plan wasn't to win this thing.
Yeah.
I will mention you do see all of your gear like over off to the side because of course these are bad guys, villains. That's another thing that they have that as the prize.
That's true.
We do have also just, Derek has like the sonic blast that he had it loaded up that we can call in when we need it, right? So
Ooh, nice.
Y'all don't
So-
know that.
Yeah.
And we're a little
True.
busy
We
right
don't
Yeah, they're a
now,
little,
know.
little dramatic.
yeah.
So what do you
we
want to do,
are
Hype?
monitoring the game, so we know what's going on.
Okay, so let me check in
Whoa,
with.
it looks like Vault 44. They're clearly cheating, taking advantage. They've done something to the ref, and how? Like I don't think that was a real point that they scored there. I mean, there's no way there can be a head.
Okay, Jason, do you want us to either take out one of their star players or start to sway the crowd to be pulling for Vault 44?
Oh,
A little bit of a Rocky 4 moment there. Of
sure,
like,
that
I
sounds
didn't like you
fun.
much
Yeah,
either,
let's do
but
that. Yeah.
all right, I want to sway the crowd.
So you have to do something. What's the dramatic,
Yeah.
athletic prowess?
It's basketball, and we don't
turns them
know
around?
basketball. Therefore, the only thing interesting that
Tomahawk
happens is a
dunk?
dunk, a tomahawk
360?
dunk.
Sure.
Yes.
Spin around, drop it in, and I think the crowd, despite themselves, like because you're a relatively short player for them.
Yeah.
And you're up in there, and the crowd goes, that wow, you wouldn't think you could get that height out of someone like that, but this player from Vault 44, I mean, I maybe he's a ringer, maybe he's from our vault actually, and they're tying it up, and the crowd, there's that weird sea change that occurs, and you'll see the star players kind of on their team looking up, kind of angry. And maybe one of them goes over and slaps somebody in the crowd, and who's started to
Pulling a
cheer
Ty
for you.
Cobb.
Yeah, and you can feel the sea change that goes on here as this period ends.
Nice.
And I think that's the point that you'll hear the just a crack of a gunshot. And you'll see Red go down. and you'll see Coach there. And the crowd is like, they go quiet here. And the mumble stops. And you hear, find a substitute.
Go to check on Red. Is like we're talking X's over I's. He's gone, or he's just.
Let's do a D20 roll here. I'm gonna roll. He's taking it in the leg. He's like, I can still play. I can still play.
You've done great, Red. You've done great. We're gonna win your freedom. It's gonna be all right.
Put me.
No, we can't do it. Can't do it, Red. Yeah, we're screwed. Okay.
I wonder if
I'm
we
good.
tap in, I think, didn't Rat Franklin allegedly have a friend down in here? Maybe,
Either
maybe-
Rat Franklin's friend or the
I think it's Keiko's fiance stands
that's
up,
yeah, I think it is.
goes over, pulls the jersey off of Red, and puts it on and goes, I can play.
Okay. Needs to get low in the paint, throw a lot of elbows.
What does that mean?
Literally hit people with your elbow when they get close.
Okay.
And I think at this point I'm gonna say, Rat, we need you out there. We need you to pull things off here. You've watched all this. Now it's time to play.
I know how to play dirty.
Okay.
And I think you probably see that he palms a razor.
Mhm.
Oh, do I? Oh man, I think there's too many eyes on me, so I think I will slip him the last of the air jellies, neurotoxin. So I'll mark that off my sheet.
And I
cut.
think I'm sorry,
Oh,
one last thing. I
sure.
think I'll say like, look, we need to, we gotta play real dirty because they're just gonna kill us. It's just a matter of time. So, we need to take them down the same as they took down Red. Everybody needs to pull themselves together, gather themselves, because this is for real now. Okay, you guys. So if I can, I'd like to try to rally us again.
Okay.
Nice.
Speech and charisma, which is 12. The two green ones. So that's one, but also a complication. So maybe I'll put that in the pool, but then you got a complication to throw at us.
Let's see. I think that you will see them like pull one of the star players, and then you'll see some people kind of drag out a guy here, and you can see them bring this guy out onto the field, and everybody gets quiet in the crowd, and you can see like the jersey barely fits on him, but it is very clearly a super mutant. Like the jersey is just like absolutely skin tight on him, and they bring him in. The other players are like a little scared, but they've clearly trained this guy how to play. Like, and he comes out as their fifth man.
That sucks. I love it.
Biz, Mr. Handy's just has lit you up with this flamethrower, but you've like it's pretty badly damaged, and you've kind of immobilized it. Do you want to try and take a shot at it to finish it off, or do you want to try and get past it, or what?
I mean, I'm on fire, so
Yeah.
that seems like a pretty bad situation. What does on fire mean in mechanical
You can take
terms?
a minor action to try and put that out.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to take another damage die.
Okay. Screw it, I've got stim packs for days. I am going to fight through the pain, Am I injured or am I hurt? I flash back to kindergarten. And
You're just
I
hurt.
think
You're
I'm
just
just
hurt.
hurt right now. I'm just hurt. And I am going to, I'm going to attack it again.
Okay.
And I don't think I'll do anything fancy because I have a feeling that if I roll good enough damage, I'll probably destroy it no matter where I hit it. I could be wrong. But I will take the minor action of aim, I suppose. That's
Okay.
the thing I can do to
Sure.
boost that. So I get an extra
Difficulty
dice,
is still a 1 because of its size and its immobility.
right? So aim is 3 dice, right? And then I get to reroll. Do I get
Yeah.
to
I think it gives you a reroll.
It just
It gives me a
actually it just
reroll.
gives you a
Okay, so
reroll.
2 dice. I don't need an AP. I'm fine. I definitely don't need an AP.
3 successes.
Yep. 3
Uh,
successes.
So that is 2 AP for the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And you can roll. You can spend the extra shot to do the extra damage. So roll
7
whatever that
die.
is.
That is
7. Yeah, it looks like 7 points of damage to me.
7. Yeah, and then vicious on 2 of them as well. So 5 and 6. So an extra 2 points of damage. So 9 points, I think, in total.
Like what is the hit? Like, how did Mr. Handy go up?
Well, should I see where I rolled for damage as well, right? Like,
Yeah,
just to see. It's a 7.
7.
So is,
I think that's one of the arms, like probably the plasma arm.
the
let's
plasma
say.
torch arm, 100%. Yeah, like, zoom, and then it just like explodes into like it goes up the fuel line that's running up the Mr. Handy into its core, right?
Blows into pieces, goes flying. Dog meat, leaps back away from it as this thing goes up. The alarm is off. This Mr. Handy is down. Derek,
its head is just on the corner going like, buy Hypervic for nutrition and energy.
Eyes go out. Derek, what are you doing? Do you want to set up the nuke? Do you want to do assist for the game? Do you want to do something else?
Well, we're already set up to assist for the game. So I'm assuming that's just a push button. I'm going to at least fake a meltdown. If not, I want to melt it down.
All right. Well, I think that is a science check.
And okay, I'll roll these 2 green ones here.
Okay.
Do I have? Okay, I don't have anything that'll do anything, but I get to re-roll at least 1.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll, and we get a 3 and a 12. The 3 is since it's my tech skill, so that's 2 successes. And my Mentat lets me do a re-roll. So I'm going to re-roll the 12 and got a 13. And F it. I'm going to burn a luck point.
Okay.
Which is a 4. And my science is 4. So that is 2 more successes. That's a total of 4.
So I think that at the proper time in the game, that alert will go on. You can, with those 2 extra successes, do you want to set the reactor for an eventual meltdown here?
Yes.
Okay.
We saw what they did in that town.
Then I think there is that vibration. We cut to the camera on the reactor. We see the things going on. The levels are going up. It's of course it's gonna happen during the 3rd period. But we can see that we're waiting on that, and we take our second break, and we take 5, and we'll come back. So we come back to this 3rd period, point on the board, you're ahead, but you can tell that the other team, like their strategy has switched. They're no longer about winning this game. They just want to grind you to a pulp. And the crowd now, like, that is shifted to kind of be in your corner. So Cole, like, you can keep your eyes on the prize in the game, but on the other hand, Inquisitor is still over there on the sidelines. sitting on the bench. You know, they're patting him down. He's still up, but he's kind of got that paralytic on him, so he's kind of like unable to really talk. So what is your strategy in this third period, Cole?
So yeah, I think we see me, in the corner. I do a head fake, like I'm gonna shoot another three, that I get my defender in the air. I'm gonna do a bounce pass down into the paint, down to Hype for a dunk against the super mutant. And with all eyes on Hype, I'm gonna try to slip away under the benches and try to get to our gear.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe tap Rat Franklin's friend to come in for me or something, to make it work.
Absolutely. You want to put let's have you do it. Let's do this is athletics.
Okay.
Doing the last big push here to see if you can get the edge.
Okay. Athletics and strength. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
All right, not my best. That's 6. What's the difficulty, you think?
I think it's 2 to do it, 3 to do it like a little bit ahead and get it in good position.
Okay. 3, boy. All right, I'll take a die with a AP.
Okay.
Ooh, you know what? This is fun. I'll give you 2 points, Lowell, so I can get 2 extra dice. I'll give you
Okay.
2 AP. So I've got 4 dice. I need 6 or less. I don't have any rerolls either. All right, so I'll do the purpley dice and 1. Actually, I'll just do the green and the yellow dice. Green and yellow. 6 or less. I need 3. 2 to get it, 3 to make it nice.
Yeah.
That's 3.
That is 3. So you are kind of boosting up Hype, so all eyes are on him, and the crowd breaks out in a roaring cheer. And we see you kind of slip off. Everybody's eyes are on that end. You hit the lock where on the pen, and like get the thing open for the guns, and some of those people will start slipping under the bleachers to pick up the gear, and start spreading out, kind of trying to fade in among the crowd here, because a lot more people have arrived. In fact, the whole production crew is down here now. So it's a thing, but I think there is a moment in there, and I'm going to spend my 2 points, that you see Rat Franklin has like cut a player, and the player's like, but then you see him look up, and I think you see the super mutant just absolutely backhand Rat Franklin and sends him flying down the court like a rag doll. Hype. They've got mean people, but you're still got the edge. If you can just survive out this, you can win. But you've also, like, your colleague, your teammate was just dropped. What do you do?
Best revenge is a victory. That's what the real coach 44 says. So I'm gonna overcome adversity, make it happen.
All right. There is 1 AP left if you want to spend that.
I think I kind of gotta. Yeah, I'll spend it. All right, rolling 3 dice. I assume another athletics roll involved here. All right. So greens and purple, 3, 4, and a 13 being re-rolled. I'm still injured, so target numbers are 15s. Here we go. Ooh, that is it's 2 successes.
That's 2 successes.
I feel like, bro, I'm gonna blow a luck. I gotta blow a luck. I mean,
Okay.
is this the final roll of the basketball game?
Yes, it is.
I'm certainly blowing a luck.
Do you have the reroll from your jersey still, or is that? just-
Oh,
yeah.
I do. Thank you so much. I will do that instead. Yay. Thank God for the jersey, which Fizz gave me. I think there's a moment where he like taps, thinks of Fizz, hopes that she's okay. And then he's back in. Here we go. Oh, still
Wait,
not
you
great.
just- Well, you got 2 successes. Which one? You need to just do a reroll on one of the dice because you
Oh.
had 2 successes. So go
Oh,
ahead.
right.
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah, I would just re-roll the one you missed
Yeah,
on.
Okay.
choose.
I don't know which one was
Do
miss.
reroll the purple for me.
I'll just re-roll the purple. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, 3
There you go.
successes.
3
Man,
successes.
barely. That's some high dice. I need to be using this in some D&D stuff. I'm
Yes.
just saying those dice love me for D&D.
So we hit the buzzer with the edge. What is the bonus you want from that extra success? Like, what's the extra effect here?
Oh, I think they storm the court. Right. All the crowd storms the court. Just
Yeah.
the pandemonium and gives the perfect setup for Cole to be able to grab our gear.
Yeah, crazy, loud. They rush the court. I think the super mutant is kind of thrown off by the fact there are all these people around him. I think that's it. And
Is it
there's
like they're
just
so
noise.
pissed off that we've won that they're like mobbing the thing, right? Like to go
Yeah.
and like tear you apart, but the super mutant's so freaked out by a crowd full of people running at him, he starts to just do the Frankenstein moment, right?
Oh yeah, it's noise.
Oh, that's great.
And then the
And
alarm
what-
goes off.
In watching this from upstairs, I hit these sonics we had prepared earlier and unlock the alarms from this area.
Yeah, I think that he will come over. It will cause more chaos, and that is when you hear imminent meltdown. Imminent meltdown. Evacuate the complex immediately, and everybody starts running. Fizz, Derek, I assume that you two are hightailing it.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Then I think
If we
yes.
bump into like, like one of the production line people or something, right, who's running back and he's like, oh, the hyper is, I gotta save it kind of thing. I think I'm gonna slap him. There's no time. We gotta get, because I think Fizz wants to end the threat of basketball, but doesn't want to kill all of these people necessarily.
Okay.
So she'll help anybody use sort of like staggers and maybe even take them out by our little escape route if that's the
Yeah.
most viable option.
No, I'm paying them back for what they did to Newfie. So,
Yeah, I know, but I just can't.
but
kill
I'm a
all these
waste
people.
vendor. You're a vault dweller.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's fair. So
I guess like if I can rescue some people, I would
yeah.
love to grab some like panicking vault dwellers and make sure they don't just go up in nuclear meltdown.
I think I actually I want to do this with your medicine. I mean, you're doing kind of emergency grab at people that might be hurt and moving people along. Let's do medicine, but plus your agility.
Yeah, that's it. There's a guy who gets trampled right in the panic. Pick him up and everything. Yeah, so medicine plus agility. So 5 plus 6, 11. Of course, I have to reconnect. I am going to roll my 2. That's a 6 and an 18. I get to re-roll one of my medical checks.
Okay.
That's another 6. That's 2 6s.
Yeah. So I think you will grab a number of people. You're moving them along. These are the workers and the sports people who weren't down there in the heart of this, and you're helping them run and get out, and you are moving them out to the exits, because again, this mirrors your own vault, so you know how to get out.
Yeah, grab the guy going, game over, man, game over.
Derek, in this chaos and this madness, the escape, what are you doing?
I'm just making sure Dogmeat and I get out, but I want to keep on alert. If there's anything small and grabbable, I want to grab something small and grabbable.
Okay, let's do that with your lockpick, actually, because that's our lift lockpick stealing skill. Does that seem fair?
Okay.
Are we going back out the way we came in?
I assume if you're bringing people with you, you're not going out that way because that's
Okay.
No,
really
I'm
hard to get.
assuming we're in the crowd going out through the main door.
Yeah, fair, through the big vault door that's
Yeah.
rolling
Yeah.
open. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's an emergency, and any other emergency exits are opening up.
Just because I think what would probably go for a lot of bottle caps back at our vault would
Okay.
be that super rare Hypervic
Okay, lockpick.
Electrovic thing.
Sorry.
No worries.
No, that's okay. My lockpick is 4. My
Okay.
perception is 7. That's 11. And dog meat gives me 1 easier task for a
Yeah.
perception task. So I'm going to roll my 2. And I got a 2 and a 14. The 2 will count as 2 successes.
2 successes. I think that there are rare Vic Victory statues that are going to go for a lot, and some of these beverages that are illicit and unknown, and you're kind of grabbing those up as you go past. You see a little storage box that you're super good at this. You can pop the lock on it and grab stuff out of it, and yeah, you have filthy loot with you that you're actually going to turn a profit on this job.
Yeah.
Uh
Sorry, Wastelander. Waste not, won't not.
Moving out, crowd people are rushing out,
Yeah.
pouring out of the doors, out into the wasteland. People shouting, coaches in the middle trying to stop them. Engineers are running down to the reactor area. But like the people have actually picked Cole, picked you and Hideki and the others kind of up on their shoulders. They're trying to move them off. Cole, you'll see the Inquisitor kind of standing up shakily in this.
Yeah, I think maybe I get down from the shoulders and find a vantage point, and I'm gonna take careful aim and try to shoot the Inquisitor in the head.
Let's have you roll that. You're going to
All
hit him. This is just a question of how awesome this looks.
Of course. All right, so we're out of action points. That's a shame.
Yes.
You know what? I want to make this good. I'm going to give you 3 action points, Lowell. I'm going to get 2 extra
Are you
dice.
sure? Because I'm going to spend them on bad things
Sure.
happening.
Yeah, it's worth it. This is what Cole lives for. So I've got 6 plus 10 is 16. 4 dice. I'm going to take careful aim, so I'll get a reroll. This can't go wrong. I'm going to do the green and the yellow dice. 2, 4,
Holy
5,
moly.
6 successes. Should I even bother rolling damage and all that, or?
No, I
Okay.
think he turns, and I think that bullet goes right through his eye.
Mhm.
I think there's a pop and maybe a little fine red mist behind him. And like he staggers forward, and like you've just kind of popped up out of the crowd, and you can grab that piece of armor off of him that identifies him, kind of yank that away, and just to the ground. But I do think that like you will see nearby, you see Rat Franklin, and you can see his eyes starting to glaze over, and the crowd and the super mutant and everything, he has breathed his last breath. Maybe he reaches out like as if to say, help me, and then his arm drops down. Hype, you're trying to get out, right?
Yeah, trying to get Keiko, her wounded fiance, get everybody out.
I think this is the test. This is the challenge. This is athletics for you to get yourself, Keiko, and her fiance out without injury and out to safety.
Okay. Let's see if we can pull this off. Is this another athletics, you think?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Perfect. I will happily take that. Still wounded, not blowing any action points because That's right, because you burned all of them for. Well, actually, were there any carryover from the super success that you
Oh
didn't
yeah,
need to
actually
burn
we
for
can,
the damage?
I think it's reasonable to say, to get that done sweetly, we'll say 3 in the pool.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to spend those?
I think I'll spend 1.
Okay.
And here we go. So green 114 and 14, green, 2 greens and purple. Here we go. Whoa. Is it under or
Equal to or
under?
under,
Okay. Then I have 3 total successes.
which is 1 success to get you out, 1 success to get Keiko out, 1 success to get her fiance out. There's some additional NPCs that go, but I think we see you rushing out into the wasteland. You've got Keiko with you, you've got the fiance with you. We see Derek and Dogmeat running, getting away. They've got things under their arms. Fizz, you've got a group of people who are you're leading out, shepherding to safety. And Cole, I imagine you've just got an iron grip on that thing, and we see you head out. And I think there's a certain point at which you see the doors like start to slam shut, because this is the fallout containment thing. There's the people who are trying to get out at the last, and I think that's the moment that we see Coach like running for the door, trying to get to the vault door, maybe grabs onto it as it's shutting, and then it'll slam shut, and you'll hear the woof of Vault 33, the end of it, just finished giving way. Let's do epilogues. Derek, in the aftermath of this, either the immediate aftermath or down the road some ways, what do we think we see of Derek Longman now? You are muted.
The first thing he's going to do is, after whatever the group wrap up is, I'm going to go back to Newfie and go talk to Michael or Mikkel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell him, you're not going to have to worry about the tall men anymore.
Why? How?
Let's just say we took care of it. And here, I'm going to take about half the loot I grabbed on the way back and give it to them and say, here, this will help you rebuild.
This is so much.
It's the wasteland. Just pay it forward. Next time I helped you, someone else is going to need help. Help them. That's just the way to do it.
He'll thank you and kind of head back to your pair.
And then I'm going to make my way to Vault 44.
Okay. Head back to there. Cole, got this bloodied piece of armor in your hands. That vengeance has been completed.
Mhm.
What is an epilogue we see for you in the aftermath of this?
I think it, you know, there's a screen swipe, and it's a couple years later in Cole. There's a simple cabin out in the waste, and we see him hang up his rifle over the mantle, and he walks outside, and we see Hal, his ward, leading some mutated cattle. I guess they're like 2-headed cattle in Fallout. And you know, he's plowing a field, and there's like Brahmin, yeah.
Yeah.
And he smiles, you know, he smiles.
Is this the first time we've really seen him smile?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Nice. Fizz, what is your epilogue?
You know, in like the old Fallout style, it would be like, you know, the little montage of like panels of things in it, of some of the survivors of Vault 33, these you know, the water boys fix none of the like the convert, you know, the like the
Yeah.
true top, not the raider types, but like the rest of them are looking lost and alone, and then like Fizz on the thing saying like, don't worry, I know somewhere where there's some more Electrovic. You've just, you know, I can show you the, you know, true dignity, true sportsmanship back at Vault 30, back at Vault 44, you know, and I'm gonna like lead them back to like, I've got some what would they be called? Like new signs, is that what they're
Mhm.
called? Yeah,
Yeah.
like new signs for the team, coach, as we come back into
Yeah.
Vault 44.
Yeah, maybe so you've handed out some baseball caps and things like that, that they're like, you know, it feels alien to them, but they're not quite sure how to wear them. And
One of them
so,
turns it around to the back and it's like, no.
no, smack them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got a whole new team of recruits.
Um,
Hype. Oh, yes. Something else?
And I just want to put out there, if Hype wants to include Fizz in any of their epilogue stuff, then feel free, Hype, you know, because
Hype. What is your epilogue?
I love Will's epilogue because I was in the same kind of headspace of like the people coming over the hill towards Vault 44, all these Vault 33 refugees that come in and build us back up again. And I think what we see is just a couple of like montage moments where Hype shows a few members of Vault 44 basketball, and they're, of course, they're aghast. It's just so foreign and ugly, and then he shows up like, look at this shirt, like you can move your shoulders, it's so much better. It's all, you know, non-words pantomiming stuff, like the end credits are running, and then there's a scrimmage between some of the Vault 33 refugees and a couple of the Vault 44 folks, and then we see some Vault 33 people that are actually riding the pine during a baseball game, and one gets called up to pinch hit. He's holding the bat a little bit wrong, but everybody welcomes them in, and they end up, things become, the coach seems to understand, yeah, we've got to make a few changes, a little better sportsmanship, and we see up along one of the sportsmanship, and Hype's all this time working it. Then we see Hype at one point, it's just he's staring at coach's whistle. You know, someday maybe he gets the whistle. But there's of course like a quick moment of him with his parents, and they're still disappointed, but then Keiko comes in to visit and everything seems okay. And then later, like a baseball game's going on, and we see Fizz in the stands, watching because she's just gotten off of some kind of science. Oh, did you have a thought?
She's wearing your sports jersey.
Yes,
you know?
the gecko.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Wearing the gecko jersey. And Hype is up at bat, and it's obviously some kind of big ball game that's going on. And he doesn't hit the winning home run. Like, he ends up laying down a bunt, and a person from Vault 33 comes in on a suicide squeeze, this crazy dash for home, and he slides. Maybe he got his hand stomped on when he touches home plate, but then the ump calls it safe. And then Hype has to sprint for first base as the catcher fails to tag him. And it's this moment where Hype's just pouring on all the speed he possibly can, and he just barely, his foot hits the bag right a heartbeat before the ball is caught by the first baseman. And the guy at first base stomp is like, safe. And then Hype throws his arms up and things go crazy. And I think people just like stream down. There's this much more congenial mirror to the moment when the Vault 33 people charge out of the stands. And this is a moment of joy and happiness. We've got 33 and 44 working together to play ball, but then Hype, like trying to swimming upstream, like a sparrow trying to swim upstream. He's trying to move through the crowd, and he congratulates a few people, but he's looking in the stands. Where's Fizz? He doesn't see the gecko jersey. You know, he's looking around. He's trying to find her. Keiko comes up. He gives her a hug, and then finally he sees like a trail of smoke.
Yeah,
Smoke in
smoking under the bleachers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to say the very last shot of that whole thing is as the camera pulls back around the bleachers, right? And like two people just crack open a nice bottle of Electrovic, like the new grape flavor that we've got from the lines, and chink them
I
together
love
and
it.
fizz it up, and like
Yeah.
then the Fallout music, right? The theme
Yeah.
tune.
Get that.
Perfect.
We go to the Fallout credits, they roll through, and I think then we cut to black. But then we cut and we see the camera pan over and we see another bottle of Electrovic, but it's brown, like a kind of a tea colored brown. And I think it pans up and we see the logo for Vault 55. And I think we see, at first we think they've got a bat, but I think we see this figure rise up and they've got this handle and they've got this long rectangular bat-like thing. And they're dressed in the most unusual uniforms. And I think then that fades to black there. And that's our episode. That's our show there. With the promise of DLC content for Fallout there. I'm imagining that the Cricket Vault is what I'm imagining.
That's where I was going, like the bat.
Cricket Vault.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that would be such a good DLC. all the chummy British accents that would be in there would be incredible.
And tea flavored Electrovic.
So. I see now.
Yeah,
I see.
How gross that would be.
Exactly. It'd be so disgusting. So I would like to do just a quick stars, things that people want to give a shout out to. Anything like particularly just before we close things out. Dennis, can I start with you?
Sure. Stars, I want to say you gave everybody a moment to shine. Everybody had their key moments that keyed directly into what they were trying to accomplish and that sort of thing. So we all had our moments in the spotlight, and we all in our way backed each other up. So I think that was good.
Yeah, it's always nice when the group feels like they're cohesive in that.
Mm-hmm.
Jason?
Same thing. Everybody got their spotlight moments, their moment to shine and do their thing. I like how everybody put a little bit of effort, especially giving Rich his moments to get into those sports, geekiness, and he ran with it, as far as he could, and that was great. Wishes wise, I think it's probably a thing we all think. I mean, this game, I think we could have played the same game with like half as many stats, half as many dice rolling,
Mhm.
but I think that's pretty obvious. But yeah, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's got a lot of moving parts.
Mhm.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Will?
I mean, I've loved all of the weird sports stuff and all of that things. It's been great. I love building up all the vaults and all the little details and the settlements and all the people in between. That's been great. I loved. I did like how we were like a team, but we had different motivations and personalities, even though we were all working together. And the cinematic stuff of like the sports game and like hype for Hype's doing like the Space Jam version of this one, while we're doing like the Star Warsy type sneaking into the reactor kind of situation, and all having different motivations for pretty much the same thing in a completely different perspective. So it felt very, very Fallout for us to be viewing it through, because also I don't think in the Fallout games you ever really play a vault dweller who believes their own vaults stuff.
Mhm.
You play like you're standing, so it was good to play like that. I would I would love to play more and see like more of the moving parts, but at the same time I'm also overwhelmed by the moving part, particularly with the guns and like all the modifications. It's like
Yeah.
how they interact and like what's beneficial, and how it's the usual thing of be like, I'll probably just go with higher damage because like, it's easier for me to understand, even though a better build would probably be like 7 different interlocking things.
It's the kind of thing that like if you had a really good app to monitor and use it, I think could be good.
Some kind of a video game.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that was clever. Oh, that was very clever.
But yeah, I loved it. It was great,
Awesome.
guys. Thanks.
Rich, you get final word.
Brilliant. I really enjoyed the fact that we all knew enough about the Fallout world that we could just fall in and add stuff and kibitz, and it was like a cool jazz session where we would throw in these little riffs and moments. That was really, really fun. But no one was there to play like overlord of the meta of the story. We're never correcting each other, which was just awesome. It's that perfect space of where fans can play in a property. Just is really, really solid. The pitch for this lull was inspired. I really appreciate. I mean, you would go a little out of your comfort zone, and that means even more to me than somebody who just like is a sports guy running a sports themed thing. So I just super really appreciate that. That made my heart so happy to enjoy this with you. So thank you so much for that. And Dennis and Jason, you guys rocked playing the like, no, this is how Fallout really works, idiots, to Will and I, who were very vault centric. And so that was a fun mix. I love the tone. I think we nailed it and held on to it very, very well. And that was nice. And I learned so much about the mechanics from everyone playing this. I mean, I've run a couple sessions before this and I've run since, and my games are eminently better for my wife and son. So I appreciate that especially. This was brilliant. I had a really, really good time.
Awesome. Thanks everyone so much. I am going to stop the recording.